Interesting. Hey Lisa. Hey, is it Myra? I hope I'm saying that correctly. Welcome, guys. Wow, this is like the worst. Oh my goodness. How do I try switching this off? Okay, over here. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm on like multiple platforms, so just bear with me. Can you guys let me know if you can hear and see me clearly? If the audio and video is clear, make sure the volumes are up. Wow, what is this? Yeah. Alright, we'll keep it there. No, this is so bad. Welcome, guys. Please share out the live and tap the screen on TikTok. I don't know what is up with this. Let me see here. Hi, Ritu. That's okay, love. Please share out the live and tap the screen, guys. Let's get to 5K before it gets started. Keep tapping and sharing out the live, please. It's going to be a very, very interesting live today, guys. Okay, every one of them is interesting, but I promise you it's going to be interesting live today. Cheers, my teacup. Little baby says hello. See that? Facebook, who's here? Please say hi. Nix Eternal. Here we go.
Hi Petrol, how are you?
Good, how are you, love?
I'm fine, thank you so much for asking. I'm new to your account and lives. I can see you do such an amazing job. You're trying to help everyone out there. And I wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah.
I'm from Australia. My name is Nikki.
Okay.
And I just had a question, if it's okay to ask.
Yeah, please, go ahead.
Yeah, while doing inner work, if you have rejection and abandonment wounds,
yes,
how do I heal that? Like, it says to journal everything, and you have to go to your childhood to, like, find how it happened. Is it?
Right.
Where it came from?
Right. So, what I want you to do is, obviously, is it coming from childhood? Because you're bringing it up,
Yes.
I'm assuming it's coming from childhood.
I wasn't always chosen by everyone.
Right. So, a lot of us have had this, where our wounds, our trauma has been given to us from a very young age, right? This, what it does is disconnecting you from your child self. When this trauma happens, you are made to grow up too fast. So you're made to mature before your age. And as a child, like I've said so many times in my lives, we don't really have a choice or a voice. Okay? We are literally forced to do things. Things are done for us, around us, at us, with us, right? So, whenever you're doing shadow work, you need to go back to the child self, because where you started is where you need to go and fix it. Also, sometimes you get trauma maybe a little older in your age. Even then, I ask that you go to your child self, because it's the child that was disconnected from you. See, as a child, we are high frequency, high vibration. What that means is you are closest to creator source, right? Your energy and your frequency is that of creator source. So what that means is you are your authentic, happy and joyful self at that state. And that is the state we are all supposed to be living at. That is where we have to be even as adults. But see, the disconnection makes it harder for us. So, the inversion of this matrix has created this mess for us, right? Anyway, so what you're going to do is, and this is shadow work, guys, please get a paper and a pen so you can write this down, so that you don't forget what I'm sharing with you right now. All of you guys, hey Lynn, welcome. Everyone on Facebook, please tap, comment, share it, and if somebody can share it in the group for me as well, please. Thank you, I appreciate it. And who's here on my YouTube? Thank you for being here. Uh, Sunflowers, guys. My love, what is your name? And thank you for being here. Please share out my live if you're able to on YouTube. I don't know how it works. I just started doing lives on it. This is my second one, or maybe third one. I'm not 100% sure. Thank you guys for the gifts. I appreciate it. Please get us to 5K. And everyone, please get a paper and a pad, so that you can write this down, because it's so important. Every one of us pretty much is having to do this right now, because this awakening or this ascension journey that we're taking on is actually to do this, do the shadow work, learn to love yourself, take your power back, and become your most sovereign and highest version. Okay, so it is why we are doing the shadow work, because our soul that has collected lifetimes of trauma because of this repeated cycle that we were put in of birth and unaliving. We have repeated the cycles, and we have had, a lot of us have had generational curses and spells that were cast on our great grandparents and family members, right? And this is come to us in many lifetimes. So these are the generational cycles, the generational trauma, right? The all of these different things that we're getting rid of in this time is because our soul wants to become whole again. Our soul wants to empty all that away so that it can start fresh. Okay, because we are in what? The golden age. We are in an age where the earth will finally be the way we need it to be, right? We are bringing that back. We are bringing back the unconditional golden love light, the kindness and compassion, bringing back joy and happiness. All of this is why we are here doing what we are doing, right? So I'm going to share with you guys how to do your shadow work and do your and how to learn to love yourself, because this is something that we have not been able to do because this is something that has been done to us from childhood, where you have been defined, right? Others have defined you. So this is why we have to learn to love ourselves as well. Please, guys, before I start talking about how to do this stuff, share the live out, tap the screen, and let's get more people on here, because this is such an important topic. And I repeat this pretty much, every time I'm on a live, I repeat this, and every live I go to, I also share it, because it's so important that people everywhere know about this. People everywhere learn that it's time to become who you really and truly are, and not who you've been turned into through the doctrination and the same stuff that has been happening lifetimes and lifetimes. Okay, so please tap the screen, share the live out, get more people on here. I got 16 people on TikTok, guys. Every one of you has a little share button at the bottom. Share it to all the 40, 50 people that you have in the share button. Please.
Thank you, Betel. I'll be in the comments. But
That's
thank
fine.
you so much. I'll get a pen and paper and
Yeah, you need to write
yes,
down.
we have to go through all the. I think we are the generational curse breakers. Unfortunately, everything is on us, isn't it?
Yes, it
To
is.
break it.
You see, this is why
Oh,
we are waking up first. This is why
yeah.
some of us in our families are the first ones to wake up, and our family members don't understand what's happening with us because we are not going with the
Yeah.
grain anymore. We are going against the grain. So they look at us like, oh, you've lost your marbles. What are you talking about? You're not making sense. You're crazy, whatever, right? But this is what this is. But we have to do what we've come here to do. We can't decide to go back. Once you're on the journey, there's no way to turn back. You have to keep going, right? And yeah, it is hard, but this is why we are here. This is why we have come, to do this work, right? So
Yeah. No worries. Thank you, Petal.
you're
I'll be in the
welcome.
comments. God bless you.
Oh,
And I'll definitely take your advice. And
yeah.
yeah,
Please
all
write
good.
down.
And I'm your gonna be a regular viewer as well, cause
Oh
I
yes,
think
thank
this
you. I
is the
appreciate
best.
that.
Yeah. Thank you, Petal. I'll be here in the comments. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you so much, honey.
Yeah.
And please share the information that I share with you. Please share it with others because the goal is to help many and wake many people up. Okay, so the more of us do this and teach it to others, right? The more people we get on track. All right, uh, and get to wake up. All right. So please make sure you're
Peace,
doing
love,
that.
and light, Pedal.
Hey Lisa, how are you doing, sweetheart?
Oh my gosh, talk about them generational
Yes,
curses.
I know, right?
Oh, so the other day, um, I'm live, guys. Um, was my daughter's first day at school, and they lost my daughter.
What? Wait, what?
They yesterday was my daughter's first day at school.
And they
They
lost your
lost
daughter?
my daughter.
How
They
does
put
that
her
happen?
on the wrong bus.
Oh my
They were
goodness.
supposed to put her on the daycare bus, and they put her on the wrong
Wow.
bus.
Oh my goodness. What? I'll be I'll be livid. That is
I cussed
crazy.
out everybody.
Yeah, well, yeah, that would be me. I'll be like, how do you lose
And
my child? My
the
goodness.
principal tried to taunt me and sat here and tried to put it on my 6-year-old daughter
Wow.
and tried to put it on me, Pedal. I am so livid and disgusted.
Wow. That is crazy though. How do you know what? I don't trust.
And
I'm
yes,
telling you,
we
I don't
found
know.
her. Yes, she is safe. She's okay.
Oh, good. That's good. I don't trust the school systems. It's all created to do exactly what you just said happened to your child. Luckily, your child was safe, but there are many who go missing like that, and many things have happened to these children. So, oh my goodness, it's so scary. That's like a nightmare. Like the scariest thing a parent can experience is losing their child in any way, shape, or form, right? I can't even imagine. Like I don't want to go there. Let's collapse this. We don't want it to happen to anyone, right? No, no,
Right.
no.
I even, yesterday was horrible, Pedal.
Wow.
Like, horrible. Like, I'm talking about altercations, physical altercations.
Oh my goodness.
Today, physical altercations, everything.
Okay, listen. My kids just went to the dad's today, so tomorrow I'll have
Yes.
plenty of time. So let's connect tomorrow. Okay, I know I told you let's connect over the weekend because I have a little bit more
Yeah.
time on the weekend, but I don't have the kids the next couple of days. So let's connect tomorrow and let's get this stuff away from you guys. Okay, whatever is going on, we need that energy gone because there's just way too much going wrong in your family right now, and I don't think that. We want to we want that kind of stuff to happen, right? So let's just connect with me tomorrow, and I'm gonna do a healing for everyone and get this, all of the negative stuff, whatever it is, that's causing this, I'm gonna get rid of it. Okay. All right. So, guys, thank you for getting me to 5K. I appreciate it. Everyone who's joined, I appreciate you joining. Please share the live out. Let's get more people on here. There's going to be a lot of stuff I'm going to be sharing. It's going to be important stuff. It's very important you guys understand that whatever is going on and what has occurred is all of it. Okay. There's no like, let's separate this and this is better and this is not, or it's okay to believe this and not this. It's not like that. So I want to make sure that when I start talking about the subject that I have picked for tonight, the inversion of the original organic matrix, which is creation, this subject that I'm going to speak of, I want to make sure that everyone is here and is listening. Very, very important. Okay. So I was talking about shadow work and how to love yourself. I asked you guys to get a paper and a pen so that you can write this stuff down. It's very important that you go, through the steps to get this stuff that you've been sitting with, or your soul has been carrying from lifetimes to lifetimes. We have carried the same repeated cycles of trauma, and we need to disconnect from all of it. Okay, this is the ascension, the awakening. So, it is the reason that we are here. Okay, this journey is for that reason. There is no need to discuss things. There is no need to discuss this, that, blah, blah. Nothing. It's a simple thing that we have to do. And that is that you empty your soul of whatever crap has been collected over lifetimes. You don't even need to know what it is. Okay? You don't even need to go there. You don't need to do past life regressions and find out who it is, what happened, why am I like this, why do I have phobias, why do I have fears. None of it. Okay? You do the work in this life using this system that I'm going to teach you guys. All right? And it's going to work. Trust me. Yes, you might have had trauma in this life, and yeah, it might be hard to forget this stuff. It's not easy to forget, but you do have to forgive. Okay? The disconnect needs to happen, because these beings that you are in this life with have been in your past life doing the same bullshit again and again to you, with you, around you, for you, whatever it is. Okay? So this is why I say it's repeated cycles, because we come as soul braids, and our family members have come in our lifetimes, many lifetimes, again and again. All right? Now, having said that, the first thing you need to start doing is to start disconnecting from the negative energies, the attachments, the entities. Okay? And this only happens if you take your power back. Right? Every one of us needs to take our power back. People watching on YouTube, I'm so sorry that the lighting is so bad. I have to figure this out, but I haven't yet, so just bear with me. I look pretty dark, like I have no light in my room, but I do. Trust me, it's weird. Anyway, and please share my lives out. Everything you watch on my TikTok is there for you to use for yourself and to share with others. The goal is to reach as many as you can. We have billions on this earth, right? We are walking this earth as ascended beings, as enlightened souls. So our goal is to wake the rest of them, those that are not awake, and also to connect with those who are like us, right? This is how we become an amplified force of unconditional golden love light, which is what we come from and what the creator source, the mother, is. All of creation comes from divine feminine energy. Creation is divine feminine. Doesn't matter if you're a masculine being or a divine feminine being, you are a divine feminine being. Okay, that energy is within you. Okay, you're created by the mother as a masculine being, okay, because she, the mother, created what we know as the father, because she needed someone to protect and help maintain and sustain her creation. Okay, there was no need to provide, because she provides for everyone. You see the way how everything is so in abundance on this earth. Okay, a few have taken it and put price tags on it, but the reality is that all of it is our birthright and is free for us. All right, so she has given us an abundance of stuff. The thing with this is that because they have taken and owned it and given it back to us on a price tag, is how we have lived in the fear of, I don't have this, the lack of not having shelter, not having food, not having clothing or water or whatever the heck it is that people are lacking, and this is because of what the inversion did. All right, so getting back to shadow work, because I'll talk about the inversion after this. So the shadow work, guys, is this: you have to go back to your child's self. Okay, you have to connect back to your child's self, because every one of us, no matter when you got traumatized, we have had lifetimes where we were traumatized from childhood. Okay, so we have to connect back to your child's self. So you're going to go to that self and you're going to hold yourself like this. Okay, you're going to connect to that child's self, and you are going to tell that child that you are loved, you are safe, and you're going to make a promise to that child that no harm will come to that child ever again. The reason you're doing this is because you have to know that even though you're an adult right now, that child needs that. Okay, the child needs to know that the child is always going to be safe. You're waking up, you know what you're doing, right? You know that you're not going to allow people to treat you badly. If you are allowing people to treat you badly, this will help you disconnect from this crap. Okay, this is why we do shadow work. This is why we empower ourselves and take all the power that we've given away back. Okay, so you're going to give assurance to the child that they are protected, they're safe, they are loved, and you're going to make sure that you're not going to allow any harm to come to them again. Okay, visualize. Remember, with vision and thought and words, we create everything. That is all of creation. So when you visualize your child self and you are connecting to that child self, yes, you're going to go back to that moment when it happened, but you need to do this because that stuff you're holding within you needs to get out of you. Okay, so you are going to tell that, you're going to call in the higher self of the person that abused you. Okay, if they are here physically, please do not talk to them because they're not awake and they do not understand. Okay, so you want to connect to the higher self of that person, whoever it is, your family member or relative or whatever, whoever it was. Okay, and you're going to tell the higher self what they did to you, how it made you feel. Okay, how much fear it put in you, how bad you felt, how sad you were, how hurt it was making you feel, how worthless you felt, right? Because all of this stuff happens when you get abused or you get traumatized. You literally feel like you have no worth or value, right? You're gonna cry, yell, scream, swear, whatever it takes to get that out of you. Okay, how dare you do this to me? How dare you hurt me? I lost my self-esteem. My confidence was gone. I had fear of you and of all the things you were doing to me. Everything, let it out. Whatever you feel, whatever you're feeling at that time. Okay? Look what it has done to my relationships. What it did to me growing up. How it has affected me as an adult. What it turned me into. All of it. Tell them everything. The scars it left. The memories. The horrible nightmares. Right? Because isn't that what happens when you have this kind of trauma? lay it out into them. Just give it to them, the whole thing. Okay? And then when you're done with that, you're going to tell them, I cut the cords and ties between us. I null and void all contracts between us. I take my power back. Any power I took from you, knowingly, unknowingly, I return back to you. I forgive you. And I free myself from you. And I want you to visualize that child. You take the child's hand and you walk away from them. Visualize yourself with that child walking away from them. Okay? I don't care if it's your parents, I don't care who it is. Okay, yes, we love our parents and but you have to disconnect. It is the cords and ties and the contracts that keep us trapped in these cycles. Okay? We have to get away from all of this. So please do this. Every individual that ever harmed you, you need to do shadow work for. Okay? So pick a week, pick one person a week or whatever, depending on if you had like more than one person that had put you through whatever it was that you were put through, and do the shadow work. Call them in, call the higher self in, and do shadow work with them. Okay? Now with the shadow work, the other thing we need to learn to do is love ourselves. Okay? This is something that was taken away, because remember, love on this earth was replaced by hate. That's the inversion. Okay? We are bringing back unconditional love. Okay? All the love on this earth that people talk of, right? Other than a mother's love or a parent's love, the real other love is not really real unconditional love. Okay? And sometimes even parents, depending on who your parents are, there also you don't have that unconditional love that you need. Okay? This is why we have this mess. So what we are trying to, not trying, but what we are working towards is bringing back that unconditional love. Okay? So from a very young age, guys, we have been defined by others' version of us, right? What people think of us, how they see us, how they perceive us, right? So from when you were very, very young, from the age of 2 and 3, when you started understanding, that you are someone or something, right? You started talking and learning, yeah? You were being told by your parents, your relatives, your teachers, whoever you were around, oh, he's smart, oh, she's like this, oh, she's not as smart as her sibling, oh, this one is fast, this one's slow, okay, this one looks like this one looks like this, right? So all of these are definitions of us that they've given us, okay? And these definitions is what we have brought with us into adulthood, all right? And and I know that we have had instances where we were talked down to, made to feel really, really ugly, bad, horrible, right? Treated or bullied, for stuff, all these different things. So can you imagine, all our lives, we have come with these definitions and we have made them our own. We have literally taken them and made them our own, right? This is where we need to disconnect from this, okay? Because whatever we were told, we have owned it, right? You're ugly, okay? You go in front of the mirror and you look at yourself and you go, oh my goodness, I'm ugly, right? You take it and you literally make it yours, and you keep saying it to yourself too. Oh, I have bad hair, I've gained weight here, my belly is this, my arms are this, I need to have this, it's not looking right on my body, right? Isn't that what we've done? So it's time for us to take our power back, to take away whatever we have given away through this, definitions, right? We need to take all of that back. Nothing is not like it is today. Yeah. Thank you, Star. I'm just going through the comments just to make sure if there's any questions or anything. Thank you guys for the gifts. I appreciate it. Thank you for everyone who's joined. Please share the live out. Let's get more people in here. And share my lives out. Whenever I post stuff, please share it. It is so important, right? So important that we are doing things right for us. Finally, doing what we have to do to become the sovereign beings that we are, right? So, okay, so yes. Hey, Christine, welcome, love. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it very much. So, these definitions are the ones we're going to disconnect from, okay? So, you want to go do this every single day as a practice. You're going to go and you're going to stand in front of the mirror naked, okay? Because this is where we have issues. When we look at our physical form, is when we start judging ourselves and we start defining what others have told us or how they've seen us. So you want to stand in front of the mirror naked, and you're going to start from the top of your head, okay? And you're going to go from the top, every part of you, all the way to the bottom of your feet. All right? So you start and you hold every body part, okay? My hair, I love you. Thank you for being mine. Thank you for the memories I hold within you. Thank you for the intelligence that you have me have every single day. Thank you for all and everything you do for me, because it's holding your brain, right? All of the good stuff is in here, isn't it? So, thank you for making me look beautiful. Thank you for being healthy and high, vibrant, thick, right? Curly, straight, whatever it is, right? Everything on your body needs to hear this. I love you. Thank you for being mine. Okay? See, we have trillions of cells that make us who we are. Trillions. And every cell is alive and listening. That means anything you say to yourself, you are amplifying it trillions of times. And your cells are the ones who work for you. Okay? They create for you what you speak. Okay? We are creators. So it creates for you what you speak. So if you speak negative stuff, it's going to create that. If you speak positively, it's going to create that. Right? So, goal is that you stand in front of that mirror every single day doing this until you can look at yourself and say, you know what? I am awesome. I am powerful. I am invincible. I am unstoppable. I'm a force to be reckoned with. Okay? Every day you want to tell yourself, look in the mirror, in your eyes, I love you 10 times. Anytime you're in front of the mirror, you want to tell that being you're seeing there, you're awesome. I love you. Because this is how we transform ourselves into the healthy and vibrant self. Automatically you'll start doing things differently. You're going to start seeing yourself differently. You will speak differently, act differently, okay? Things will start shifting into a positive direction. So, you waking up in the morning feeling like, oh, I don't want to do anything today. I feel like crap or whatever, right? Or waking up defeated and tired and, not wanting to really do life. You're going to wake up and get to the gym or work out or eat better, right, and drink better, uh, take better care of yourself, because now your cells are making you do those things. Okay? They'll make you get out of bed. When you don't want to get out of bed in the mornings, now they'll make you get out of bed. You'll be like, you know what? I need to get up and I need to move. I need to dance. I need to exercise. I need to do this. I need to do this. You'll start making a list. Okay, what are my goals today? What do I want to accomplish today? All of this stuff you're going to start writing, and then you're going to go down the list and start doing those things. Things that you are not motivated to do, you're going to start doing them, because your cells are now going to work in your favor and not against you. Okay? Because that's what has been done. That everything's worked against us instead of for us because of all this nonsense. Starfy, thank you so much, love. I love you too. So, know that how you are, what you are, is in your hands now. Okay? You don't allow anyone else to have control over you. Oh man, I'm telling you.
Pedal, they don't want us to speak.
I know.
They don't want us to speak. They look, my voice is almost gone today. You see that?
Yeah. This is 4 days, 5 days now for me. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go get my ginger shot.
Peace, love, and light to everybody out there. Peace, love, and light. I hope everybody's positive and motivating and inspiring.
Nana, this is the tower.
Yes, everybody be safe out there. Protect your energy, for real. Protect your energy. There's a lot of soul suckers out there.
Hello, this is Nana.
Oh, that's my baby. She's all this is
What's that, Mama?
I'm on live.
It's a cutie. Little baby cutie pie.
Yeah.
No.
So ginger shots, guys. I do this ginger lime shots, and I fill it in a jar and I drink this. So I have been. This has been going on with my throat for a few days. I've been trying so fucking hard. I'm telling you, but I kill it with turmeric, with my tea, with ginger shot. Like I'll keep drinking it until it goes away, and then they'll try again. Assholes. They're trying hard, but it's okay. You know what? Not working. Cancel, delete, collapse. Not on my watch.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, no.
Mommy, I can't see your baby.
All right. There we go. Come back with a force. Anyway, so thank you. I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. And thank you for the gifts, guys. Thank you. I appreciate your support. So let me just say this. All right. So the inversion. Now that I've taught you guys how to do loving yourself and shadow work, now I'm gonna talk about the inversion. So I have Lauren here on YouTube, and Lauren, did you write down what I just taught you? How to love yourself and also how to do the shadow work. Yes, I am working on myself after such a long time. Such a long time. I have finally I've finally have the time to spend time on myself, right? There was a time I didn't have no time. I was like fucking overwhelmed beyond words. Guys, it was so bad. I didn't have time for myself and I was a mess, okay? Complete mess. But the last few months, ever since the divorce, and I'm finally on my own, I am actually able to now to do things for myself. Get myself on track, heal my body because my body has a lot of imbalances. And it was interesting because a few years ago, when I started waking up, there was a lady that I reached out to, so 6+ years ago, right? I reached out to her to get like a reading from her. I just started. I had very little knowledge of this stuff, so I reached out to her and I was like, oh, I need to know about my husband and I. Like I was like, how do I fix the marriage and how do I fix our relationship, and stuff like this. So I reached out, and she said to me, she's like, how are you still alive? She's like, you have so much wrong in your physical body. I'm shocked that you're still here. Okay, this is how bad my body was. But I never put energy to this stuff, right? I never, like you, if you met me, you'd never know that I had stuff wrong with me. Because this is just how I am. I refuse to let it knock me down. I'm not going to allow that. So, anyway, look at, we went from 50 people to 13 people. Oh my goodness, this is so bad. They really do. This morning I was on, I think he's here, Cherokee God, right? If you guys see him in here, follow him, okay? Follow each other, guys, okay? Always follow each other whenever you go on a live like this. And there are people who are, similar to you. Always go and follow them, support them, and also, um, join their lives whenever you can. But anyway, I was on his live because they had brought up, he had said something like, if something to the effect that, how is it that we have many gods in religions but only one Satan? Okay, so this was the question he had put on there. So I said I need to jump on this live. It's important I speak about this, right? So I jumped on the live. And he had 80 people, 80 people, okay, to begin with. And by the time I had spoken maybe for about maybe 5-10 minutes, it went from 80 to, I don't know, 20-30 people, because they don't want people to know the truth. They don't want them to hear this stuff, right? Fuck, they were knocked down like so quickly. Then they started messing with his life, and he's like, I need to get off because they're not allowing me. They're messing with him, okay? So his life they were messing with. I could talk, and then after a little while they started messing with my TikTok as well. Like they wouldn't let me talk. They wouldn't let my mic work. The mic was showing like there, but I couldn't click on it to turn it on or anything. It was really weird. So anyway, so I had to get off. But anyway, I got my message through to them. So this is the thing with this, right? So, and Lauren, I'm going to talk about the Satyuga, right? Satyuga. So the age of the truth is where we are right now. So golden age, the age of the truth, right? Um, it is known as Satyuga in the Hindu, or I should say Sanatan Dharma. It's known as Satya. Satya means truth. Okay, Yug means age. So Satyug or Satya Yug is age of the truth, and that's where we have brought the golden age in what we call a Kal Yug or Kali Yug, which is the age of darkness. Okay, so we were in Kali Yug where we have brought Satyug, but the thing is this: Kali Yug should have never happened. Okay, Kali Yuga is an age that should never have existed in the first place, because creation itself, uh, when it was created, was Satyug. It was only Satyug. We didn't have this separate. There's Dwapara Yuga, there's Kali Yuga, there's Satyug, and Treta Yuga. There's like 4 ages. Okay, all these different ages happened because the inversion had happened. But what we had, the initial organic creation, was Satyug, which is the age of truth, the age where everything was sentient, everything was done with consciousness, awareness. We didn't have to worry about, trauma, and all of these things that we have brought here in this lifetime, and we are, trying to get rid of, right? So this is what this is now. What I was wanting to talk about the inversion is this. So 25,000 years ago, about 25,000 years ago, they gave us what we call religions on this earth, or faiths. Faiths, okay? I'm not going to say religions, because religions are Abrahamic versions. So this is what we call Islam, or Christianity. But then there's many other faiths on this earth. All of these faiths were given to us 25,000 years ago. Now, like I've explained to you guys before, Creator Source, the mother, has never played God. She does not play God. She does not have intentions to play God. And everything she's created is created in such a way that it creates more of its kind. So this is why she never plays God, because what's the need for it, right? It's like parents. Parents never play God, right? Think about it. You have children, you have to provide for them, you have to take care of them, do whatever needs to be done to bring them up into good adults, right? You want to bring them into responsible, good beings who are going to do it right by themselves and other people and whatever. So this is who Creator Source, the mother, is, right? So she creates beings to create more of their own kind. And everything initially, which is the original organic matrix, is golden. It's like a beehive. It literally looks like a beehive, okay? So like those, the beehive pattern, that's how it was. And it's all gold, okay? So this was the unconditional golden love light matrix, okay? This is original matrix that was inverted. And the inverted matrix, which is a phantom matrix, is actually looks like a spider web, okay? So it's literally black spider web. This is how it looks. Anyway, when they did this 25,000 years ago, was when the archons came and took over the earth, okay? So the taking over of the earth happened because there was rivalry between two brothers. So if you go and see every faith or that there's a story of two brothers who fought, okay, especially the ancient ones, where the two brothers fought and they were rivals, okay. So if you go to Hinduism, there's Ganesha and Kartikeya. If you go to Egyptian, is Anki, I think, and Enlil. Don't quote me. I don't know this stuff perfectly,
Right,
but I
you're
know
right.
they're two
You're right.
brothers.
You're right.
Okay, and then there is Christianity that has Cain and Abel. Okay, so this story. So if you go and look at the scriptures, you'll see similar stories of two brothers rivalry. So the mother and father had children who, out of those children, there was more than two children, but out of those children, there were two that fought. One killed the other, okay? And so the one who killed the other one, that's the one running the show on this earth ever since. Right? So he took over the earth, basically. This is the inversion of the matrix, okay? So this is what has happened to this earth. So these religions are introduced by those beings who want to be seen as gods. So that means that they enslaved the beings on this planet, okay? And if you go to the Egyptian stories, the Anunnakis who came, so the fallen angels, as how they're known in Christianity and all of this other faiths, right? So they came and they took over, right? And they created a mixed race where there was a mixed mix of DNAs, basically, and they messed with the original organic DNA, where they removed our conscious version. So our pineal gland, that connects us to our consciousness, which is our third eye, is what they had disconnected from us. And they actually have the ability to store our third eye out of our physical bodies. And they do this with the jabs when the babies are born. They give a jab right away, the jab is given to a baby. Now think about this. Common sense would tell you that what God creates is perfection, so you should not mess with it, right? Because your body is the highest um, and the most amazing technology that exists. Okay, it is conscious intelligence. Okay, so there's nothing in your body that needs to be fixed when you're born as a baby. All right, even if you're born deformed, there's a reason you came that way, and a lot of the deformation also comes from this. A couple things happen. Sometimes the soul wants to come in just for a little bit and leave because they had to do some karmic debt shit that they're collected through this matrix, right? So they have to do that, so they come in and they leave. Okay, so these are babies who come in and they don't last. They just they exit this planet. Okay, they exit, the soul will exit the physical form. All right. Then there's the ones who come in deformed, and these are usually because the mother had you know eaten things that she shouldn't have, or drank stuff, or was exposed to things like chemicals of sorts that would create the deformation in the baby. So this happens as well. Okay, now this stuff that they do to us, um, it disconnects our conscious, so our uh, just say like the spiritual body, the etheric body, they're controlling that body of yours. Okay, so you know how in Avatar they show you in a little capsule, right? You're in a capsule and then you're born on Earth as your avatar. This is what we call an avatar. Avatar is a version of you. So it's like you have your original version, then that version decides that it wants to go and uh, be birthed on a physical plane. So it's like, imagine your, like, this is your soul, your complete soul, right? The whole ball of light. So this will decide to fractalize. So like be one fractal of it will go and be in maybe on Earth. Another one might go and be on another galaxy or universe somewhere else. This is why we are known as multidimensional beings, because we are not just in one body. Our soul usually fractalizes and is in many different bodies. So this is what this is. So when when we are born here as a human, uh, we come in as greater source, complete high intelligence, like conscious intelligence that is high frequency, high vibration. This is why they want children, and they use and abuse children, and they want the blood from them and the flesh from them, all of this, because the children are the purest and the highest frequency and vibration, and that is what they need to be alive, because they don't hold light, they're not off light. Okay, and for them to exist, this is the stuff that they need. Okay, so anyway, so this is why they enslaved us. All right, now they have mixed DNAs, a lot of DNAs were mixed in the underground tunnels, and the military was what was doing this, right? So they were they've been part of this, what I call the custodians. So there's many beings who actually are part of this archonic system, and so they come from the Orion's belt. Okay, they are also what we know as the Sirius or Syrians or Sirius. They call them Sirius B lions or whatever. But anyway, that's how I've seen them like that, right? They literally, it's like imagine a lion, like a person, a lion looking like sitting like a person. Imagine a lion sitting like a person, right? This is how they look, and they have all different, like they're white or whatever. Um, so that's one of them. Then we have the grays that were created by the archons. Okay, the grays are like AI. They're not completely. They're not conscious the way we are, like as humans. Okay, this is why it's like almost like being technology, right? This is why they have these abilities that we don't have. Um, and they say they have high tech. Well, the high tech is actually ours. They took that away from the original beings that were here, and they're using that for themselves, and then they gave those beings, because they enslaved us completely, they gave us the crappy stuff, right, which is what we have now. This is something that they've done with every reset, where they reset the earth with the floods or whatever the heck they do, right? Usually it's the floods. They usually flood it with water, because it's like the easiest way to do that, because they've, through geoengineering, they do tornadoes and hurricanes and tsunamis and all this stuff, right? This earthquakes and all this stuff, and it creates this situation where you're gonna go underwater, right? So this is what has been done. But anyway, so this every time they do a reset, then after the reset they will put back the few beings that they've saved, and restart the earth again. And so our earth that we know right now is what, 2024 right now. This is a Gregorian calendar that they gave us, right? So we all know that time and calendars and days, like there's no real um, there's no time really. It's all just for this physical plane. Otherwise, there's really no time, right? And also the days and calendars and all of this stuff they've given us is for their convenience, because see, they have to give us a way to control us, right? So how can you control someone unless you tell them that you have to do this 9 to 5, which is time, and then you have to study for this long or work for this long. This is why the calendars and the days, of the months and all this stuff. So this is why they created this stuff, because it keeps us confined into these systems, limiting us to what they make us learn, or doctrinate us, or brainwash us, right? They have this way of keeping us in this box. It's like you don't leave this. So this is like, imagine like the ice wall around our portion of the earth, right? Because beyond the ice wall is the rest of the earth, but they're keeping us confined in this. It's like a prison system, right? So this is what they did to us. And so the reason we all are here is because we are taking this creation back. We are taking and claiming back what is ours, right? We are putting an end to all the cruelty and all the stuff that they've been doing to humanity and all of creation, because it's not just us as humans that have been attacked. It's also everything in creation. They've harvested and harmed, abused and used all of it, and they've taught us through doctrination and mind control and programming. They've taught all of us to also abuse it, use it, and destroy it, right? Because we have been taught, oh, you need, oh, you need this, you need to build this, let's destroy a forest. You need this, right? With the forest, you just destroyed all the animals, the birds, the critters, and you took their home away. You probably killed so many, right? And you also took away all the oxygen that the trees were producing for us, right? So all of these different things, they've done.
Even the insects, and you know what I mean? You gotta even go down even to the
No,
bare
everything,
end of it
everything.
too.
They've gone to the core of Mother Earth and removed everything from crystals to gold to all the metals, all the technology that they're using, the chip and all these different things, right? Oil, whatever, everything that the mother creates, they're attacking in some way or the other, right? So this is what this is. So the creation has been attacked in every way. Okay, it's not that, oh, it's just limited to humanity. No, it's not. The thing with us as humans is that we are able to talk back, we're able to fight back. A lot of the creation is not able to do that, because they're treated in such a way that, and they don't have a voice because of who they are. They can't fight back or whatever. They try, but it doesn't work because of how badly they are treated, right? So this is what this is. This is why we have to get away from things like, eating meat, and destroying life forms, or using certain things, right? Because everything that we use, if you just go and look around your house, and you will see everything you use is coming from Gaia. There's no other place. This planet is the one supplying all of the stuff they use and create in labs to give to us to use every day, right? Be it your cosmetics, your cleaning products, whatever you're using, your clothes, your your houses, whatever they're doing, everything is, coming from Gaia, right, from Mother Earth. So this is what this is. So there's no, you can't say, oh no, this table came from somewhere else. No, it didn't. Whatever they've used for this, they took it from Gaia, and then they messed with it in a lab, and they created this stuff and gave it to us. So everything is created this way. Some things they've messed with so badly, like plastics and things that don't disintegrate. They've done it so badly that these things live on this earth and never disintegrate, right? So this kind of shit, like, this is not okay. But it's stuff. This is why we have to make a change in our lifestyles. This is why we have to reevaluate our way of life, what we're doing, what we need, what we don't need. Get rid of the stuff that we don't need, right? And changing how you live your life. The simpler you live and the cleaner you live your life, the less crap you're gonna want and need and have, right? This is what this is. So I tell people, like, declutter, look around you, see what you can get rid of, and not just like physical things or things that you use, but even technologies, things that are harming us, right? Appliances. There's so many new gadgets that they're removing. Like, I saw the newest one was the glasses, right? It's a Bluetooth glasses. Motherfucker, you need to put this shit on your face. Do you realize when you do this and it's here, you still, this is all your, this is consciousness right here, right? Everything that you think and you create, it happens from here. And now you're going to wear this thing. Okay, they had this thing in the ear, the wireless headset they gave us. That wasn't enough. Now they're giving us something to put in front of your eyes and have around your ears. Why would you go get this shit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that? You are just allowing these beings to keep creating shit that we don't need. We need to get away from this nonsense, right? But do you see what they're doing? So as we, those of us that we wake up and we're doing this work and we're becoming powerful, right? They're trying and trying to keep those who are still in this mess, in the matrix. They're trying to make sure that they keep them there, with this new technologies,
I do apologize, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and I'm gonna have to head out. But I love you.
Yeah, that's okay. I love you too, sweetie.
All right,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna get with you this weekend.
Yeah, connect with me when you have time, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome.
I love you.
Take care, okay? I love you too.
All right, peace, love, and light.
All right, honey. So anyway, so the goal is, to simplify. And I'm telling you, when you start simplifying your life, it becomes so much easier, because you're not looking to pay 10 bills. Okay, you look around and you say, okay, I really don't need that cable, or I don't really need, this, I can do without, right? Or I don't need that, the subscriptions you have or whatever it is, right? And you cut out your bills and you're going to realize, okay, I only need electricity, water, I might need a phone and internet and gas, right? And that's like the major stuff. And then, yeah, you have your car payment or whatever, but you can cut out so many crappy, stupid things, your gym membership or your, like, crap. Because what happens is, this is what keeps us trapped in this is, I can't afford it unless I go to work, right? This is our mindset. And it's not just a mindset, we know this, that if you have $2,000 worth of bills a month, right, you have to go to work to make sure that you at least make that and a little bit more, so that you're able to survive, or through that month, right? Now if you cut those bills down to 1,500 or 1,000, depending on what the heck you're buying, right, you're going to now be able to say, you know what, I don't need to work that hard, and I don't need to work that much, I don't need to kill myself at this, right? Because that's what they're doing to us. The more stuff we want, the more harder we need to work for it, or the longer we need to work for it, right? So this is where, and a lot of us, when we start waking up, we do get pushed away from this stuff. Aren't we getting, like, you're like being pushed out of your work, your jobs, your businesses, you're being shown that with the no way that you're abundant, you're always abundant, yeah? The only way you're going to feel this abundance is if you are fully in that timeline, And the way to get into that timeline is collapse the ones you have that are not working for you. Is how you jump out of this. So I collapse this timeline. Okay? If it's not working for you, I collapse this timeline as a negative paradigm, and I jump myself to the highest timeline of abundance. And so it is, and it is done. You got to make this a mantra for yourself. All of the affirmations, positive things, repeat them 9 times. The more you make it your reality, okay? Because you know how we have been taught to always speak negatively, right? Negatively. I need this, I want this, I don't have this, I wish I had this, right? I need a car, I need a home, I need this, I need this. That's lack of, right? You're showing a lack of that thing. Because you're telling the universe that I don't have it, I don't have it. I need it, I don't have it. And the universe says, you don't have it? Alright, then you don't have it. Okay? Because the universe only understands frequency and vibration and energy. And if you're coming from a high vibration, high frequency of excitement, then it recognizes that. If you're coming from a low frequency, right, of depression and lack and don't have enough and you're upset and stressed out, then that's the frequency it's recognizing. So it's keeping you there. Do you get it? So think of it like this. You want something to manifest into your reality, you're going to say it like this, and you want to say it 9 times, because 9 times it becomes your reality, right? So imagine it like, oh, I have won $1 million, right? I won a lottery of $1 million, or I have a $1 million home, or I have my my dream car or whatever, right? You want to say it like this: I won $1 million. I have $1 million, right? Like the excitement. Put the excitement in it, okay? Because this is what the universe recognizes. Hey Irish, welcome sweetheart. It's been about an hour. I've been on for about an hour. I think they usually will let me know when I do an hour, then they want me to confirm, otherwise the live ends. I just did that when you showed up. But yeah, so know that this whole inversion was created to not allow us to be who we truly are. Okay. Um, Having said that, guys, also I don't want you to think that, oh, the eastern part of the world and its faiths are better than the western Abrahamic ones, because again, remember division, right? Also, the eastern part, the faith that are there, which is Buddhism and Sanatan Dharma, right? They are also influenced through the patriarchy. Okay, they also have gods playing gods. Okay, they're beings that play gods. And these are the gods that they pray to. Okay, I grew up in it. Right, I grew up in those faiths. The gods that they pray to, right, are part of this bullshit, right? Because they're not the original gods. These are just, remember, they have taken the gods, just like they've taken Yeshua, right? And they have turned him into Satan. Like you see what they've done with him, right? They made the picture of Yeshua that they show humans, right? That is an asshole, right? If you go and do the history search of it, you will see that the original Yeshua and the dude they show us as Yeshua, right? Two different people. Two different people. Also, you have to understand this, right? Those who walk this earth to teach humanity how to live their life so that they are, because they're trying to help people get out of this inversion, right? We've tried this several times, right? They walk this earth in one piece of cloth. Okay? Right? If you go and look at the faiths, right, you'll see like Buddha was a prince and lived in a palace, but he left his wife and child and he was in one piece of cloth. Okay? They were not here to get famous or rich. Right? They came here to teach humanity how to live life with kindness and compassion, right? So there is a difference between the ones running the show on this earth and the ones who were here originally. Those were all also part of the inversion, in the sense that they were trapped in the inversion. Okay? They were trapped in the inversion. Right? So the ones who are acting as your guides on this earth, or the angels that they come, and people are channeling, because there's so many light beings who start channeling when they realize that they are telepathic, and they get excited with these different things that are waking up within them. And telepathy is the first thing that happens to us as light beings, is the first thing that wakes up within us, right, as a gift. So when light beings realize that they have their telepathy, and that they're able to telepathically communicate, they start inviting beings that they think are, because remember, you don't really see unless you're seeing. And if you're seeing and these beings are coming as white light beings, you do not want them. Okay, because the dark has recreated white light. So these beings will show up as white light beings, and a lot of people think that they're gods. They're not. These are demonic beings who can come. They're shapeshifters, and they can come and they channel through you. And I've had to heal that were channeling and doing light language, that were literally attacked by these dark entities and attachments. Eventually they'll take over depending on how powerful you become, right? They don't want you to be powerful. Why would you look outside of yourself for any guidance, is what I want you to tell me. Why would you, when you come here as a creator source being, right, a powerful being, you're supposed to go within yourself and wake up your higher self. You're supposed to wake up to your higher self and wake the truth, the knowing, the blueprints of your knowledge within you. You're not supposed to look outside of yourself, because if you're looking out of yourself, then what are you doing? What's the difference between what you're doing and religions teaching you? Isn't that what religions have taught you? To look outside of yourself for guidance and help, and you beg and you plead and pray, and who the F fixed your problems? Nobody has fixed your problems. No God has fixed your problems, right? So you have to literally go within yourself, okay? Connect to your higher self. No guides are needed, no angels are needed, no ascended masters are needed. You are the ascended masters. You are creator source, the mother herself. You do not need anyone's guidance. If you're looking for other people's guidance, that means you don't have your own knowing. That means you did not come here with your own knowledge. That means you don't have the wisdom. Do you get it? And that's what they want. They don't want you to have wisdom. They don't want you to become your powerful self. They don't want you to wake up. This is why they're channeling through. Because they want you to keep thinking you need somebody else to guide you. They want you to keep thinking that you are not good enough. What the F? You birthed in your physical form here to do this journey, which is so damn hard, isn't it? Isn't it a hard journey? Why would you allow somebody else to take over your mind? Because this is what they do. They take over your mind. What's the difference between the programming and mind control and this? What's the difference? See, what are they seeing, and who are they talking to, and how can you confirm when these beings are literally shapeshifters? How do you know? No, they can't help us. You know what? Let me just say this, guys. So, the goal for them is this, because you remember that everybody on this earth, all the leaders, all the spiritual leaders, the political leaders, all of these beings are groomed by these beings. Okay, they're groomed by these beings to run the show. So there are many spiritual leaders walking this earth who are speaking the language that convinces people to do certain things, aren't they? And the politicians that you think you can vote, and they're doing right by by humanity. None of them are doing anything for you and me. They're doing it for the dark because they're groomed by the dark. Okay, all of them are groomed by the dark because this has been run by the dark for so long, right? So us thinking, oh no, this is this is somebody coming in and they're helping me. No, because initially they do that. Okay, some, I'm telling you. Okay, so I'll say this to you. So some will come as beings that tell you, oh, I'm your husband from the past. Okay, I'm your husband from the past. And then what they do is, these are incubus, succubuses, so they come and they attach to you, and they're touching you all kinds of ways. They are literally harvesting you on your root. Okay, your root is the most powerful part of you, guys. Your root chakra is the foundation of your entire being. Do you get it? There's no other part of you that is as powerful as your root, because your root is the root is where you are a creator being, is how we create, right? So your root and sacral, for the women, sacral, right? The root or for both the man and the women, but the sacral is where we actually allow the spiritual beings to come into a physical form through the portal of the womb, right? So for us, the root is what they attack because they don't want you to be powerful. When they attack your root, how do you feel? Think about it. When a woman's root is attacked or a child's root is attacked, right? How does it make you feel? How would it make you feel if you are? I'm hoping that none of you have had that happen, but I know many have come to me to heal themselves because they were essayed as children or as teenagers or as adults, right? How would that make someone feel if their root was attacked? What happens to a person when their root is attacked? You're disconnected from your spirit. You understand? It kills your spirit, doesn't it? It makes your spirit just, it's completely because it makes you feel worthless, right? It makes you feel completely worthless. Now think about it. This is why they do what they do, because this is what happens to women and children, right? When you're attacked at the root, right, then now you've lost all confidence, all self-esteem, respect goes away, right? And you're in a fear state, fear of how many more times is this shit gonna happen to me? Imagine a part of your body that is such an important part of you. It's the creator source part of you, right? Is the one that is being destroyed left and right. I watched a video of someone that I came across on TikTok, and she was like, I was being abused from the age of like a very young age, like 13 years or 14 years, something young like that, right? She's like, between 14 and 30 men would do this to me every single day. Guys, can you imagine? Like, how would that person even be able to exist as their own self? Like, there's nothing left of you at that in that state. And so many have experienced this stuff. So many children, so many women, so many men. Okay? And animals too. They don't spare anybody. It's so sad. So this is what I'm saying. What I want you to understand is this. Your root is like a foundation for who you are. Right? So imagine the root of a tree, right? You're a tree, and your root, right, is how you're grounded, right? If the root on a tree rots, what would happen to the tree? Creator source is the mother. Obsession, that's awesome. Yeah, it unalives eventually. It's just gonna fall off. It's gonna dry up, right? It's gonna dry up. It's gonna get destroyed because the roots is where all the nutrients, is grounded. Is the strength of it, right? Right? Is the power of the entire tree. If the root isn't there, there's no tree. That's what they're attacking over ours, the root. And they're calling it what? Lower chakra is the highest chakra on your body. Remember, it's an inversion. Okay? They say this is highest chakra, that is lowest chakra. Root is the highest chakra. If your root, hear me out. When you are in control of your root, what that means is you're not letting it be used by this, that, and everyone. Okay? So you're not, giving people access to it, right? And I say this to everyone, please don't just go and be with any man or woman. Okay? Don't waste that creative energy. It's a force within you. Okay? That force within you, even masturbating and doing all these things to yourself, remember, when you're doing this stuff, you're literally allowing that energy to go away from you. It goes into the air, and this is what they harvest. Okay? So when you climax, that energy, that creative force escapes, right? Nobody has ever told us that we need to harness it. Nobody ever told you this, right? Have you ever heard anybody say harness it when you climax? I'm probably the first one telling you this. Anyway, when you're with someone and you know that this person is someone special to you, and you guys are going to be together for a long period, because remember, loyalty and faithfulness is what was removed from our relationships. Okay? Being loyal and faithful to that one partner was removed from our relationships. This is why men and women fall apart. Right? Please double tap the screen, guys. I know you love this live so much and you love me. Show me that love. Come on. And share it out. Please share it out because so many more need to hear about this. And you know that what I'm sharing is very, very important, right? So please share the live out. And please tap the screen, double tap. It does not cost anything to do that. But it will get it's the algorithm. I need to get out there more and have more people watch my information that I share, right? So anyway, so what happens is this. So when you're with someone and you're being intimate with this person, right? What I want you to do is make it like a ceremony, okay? Make it something that is more than just, okay, let's just do it, like, that kind of thing, right? Because this is actually something sacred, okay? And that sacredness was taken away because they call it sex, and they do whatever is done with it, right? Like they don't really, everything through pornography, they have made it into something really ugly, so that they can shame it, they can attack us with this, they can abuse the children, the animals, or whatever, right? This is what they've done, but it cannot be that because it's creative force. It's actually creation. So when we claim this creation back, that is a really big part of this. Okay? Very, very big part of it. So when you are with someone, first of all, don't go chasing people, because trust me, that does not work. You chase people, eventually it's going to break off. Okay? This is why I've taught you how to love yourself. Once you love yourself, you will put up boundaries. Okay? You will understand your worth and value. That will not allow you to give anyone access to you unless they are coming at the same level of frequency and vibration as you are feeling at the time, right? And you become very high frequency vibration when you come to that place where you can now put up boundaries, okay? And also what happens is, if you're single, right, what will happen is this: you are going to understand the difference between alone and lonely, right? Because what will happen is you are going to love your own company. You'll be alone and you're going to be fine, okay? And if you're lonely, right? You're feeling lonely, you're looking for someone outside of you to make you feel good, then you have not done your work. When you become your most powerful self and you're enjoying yourself and your company and you're able to be that, now you're a magnet. So you're going to attract, you're not going to chase anymore because you have a standard you've set for yourself. Okay? And you're not going to let that standard fall for anyone because no one is more worthy of an amazing life than you. This is what this is. Okay? This is why you learn to love yourself. This is why I'm teaching you guys to do this. Okay? And that's great, and that's how it should be for everyone, but there's so many who don't. Trust me, I've just come out of a marriage of 25 years, and I'm telling you, I'm learning to love myself as well. Okay? I'm just like you guys. It's not like I'm this unique, special person that is like, oh, yay, she's aligned fully, doing whatever. No, I have been healing myself for the last few months, just like a lot of people I know, right? And both men and women are breaking up from narcissistic partners, from bad situations, bad relationships, bad marriages of many, many years because we're finally being pushed out of this. Okay? We're being moved away from those that don't align with us anymore. Okay? This is what this is. Goddess, you're welcome, sweetheart. I'm so glad you're here too. Thank you for being here and thank you for supporting me. Thank you for all of you sharing this stuff out and my, the short video clips and everything that I put. Please get it out there. It can help so many. Just even though they're like, I don't know, 1 minute clips, but the stuff I share, is it's like an everyday thing for us, right? So it's part of who we are and what we need, um, you know, to grow into our most sovereign and most powerful selves, right? All right, so getting back to this creative force, your root chakra, okay? Let me teach you what this root chakra really is. Your root chakra is why you are your most powerful creative force, your creative self. Without that, you would not be able to create nothing. Okay, that's for both men and women. So you want to make sure, one, you're not just giving it to anyone and everyone. Okay, so no slipping around. You're like, oh yeah, no, I can go from this person to that person. Please stop doing that, because every time you do that, one, the person, if you're a woman, the person's living part of themselves in you. Okay, and if you're a man, same thing can happen, plus whatever any entities or attachments that are on that person, man or woman, are going to also stay with you sometimes, and you don't want that bullshit with you. Trust me, it's not the best. Okay, also, what happens is, when you are with that person and you are in the state of climax, nobody has told you this, but you have to harness that energy back within yourself. And I know you're in this state and you're like, the last thing I want to think about is harnessing anything, right? But trust me, this is how it needs to be. What is this? What am I teaching you guys? I'm teaching you guys to be consciously aware of your every moment, every now. This life that we have done, half asleep, right? Because we've literally done that, haven't we? Haven't we done that? Like we've just, every day comes, every day goes, every day comes, every day goes, right? Oh yeah, this fast-paced bullshit life that we've been living, we just do this and we just forget about whatever, and we just, keep going, right? No, consciously be aware of your actions, or what you're feeling, what you're doing, what it's doing to you, right? How it's going to affect you now and in the future, right? All of this. So that moment when you're climaxing, you have to be consciously aware of it, and you make a practice of it, right? So when you feel that climax coming on, you're going to say, I harness my energies back within me. I harness my creativity back within me. Do not allow it to go anywhere. Okay? Words, remember, are literally how we create. Yes, obsession. I'm the same way. I'm telling you. So ever since like I've been with one person. I mean I had boyfriends and stuff, but nothing serious. Nothing ever amounted to anything. It usually ended after 1 or 2 dates. It was like really interesting when I was younger, and I think it was probably because of who I am or whatever. But anyway, a lot of the guys who get intimidated. Eventually, when I did start like dating or whatever at like 22, 23 years old, I think I was, it was like they all wanted a serious relationship. I wasn't ready for it. So after a date or two, I'd have to tell them, okay, sorry, I really don't want to meet your mother or your parents, because they all end up like, oh, I would like you to meet my parents. I'm like, I'm not ready for that. I'm too young for this. So anyway, my husband we were together. We've known each other like 26 years. After 25 years of marriage, we separated. But the thing is this, right? I cannot, okay? Every time I think about it, I'm thinking, okay, older person, someone coming from my age, um, is probably going to have had more than one partner, right? Um, so that's like something that like is a turn off for me. I'm not going to say that, oh yeah, yeah, I know I've had a partner for this many years. So yes, I've been with someone. So who am I to look for somebody who's not been with people, right? But for me, the people is the problem. Okay, one partner, I guess, is not bad that you've been with someone, but majority of the people have had more than one partner, or been there, whatever. A lot of people, when they break up and after such a long time, they go in this state of, oh, I need to be with someone, so they go and sleep with anybody and everybody. Okay, this shit has happened, and I've experienced, not experiencing myself, but I've seen friends do this. Like right away they want somebody, to replace the one that just left, right? It's because they're in like a rebound, right? So this is the kind of shit like I could never do. But anyway, this happens with people. That people should not do that, because you're literally like just going hopping, from here to there. The other thing was, I was like, if I find somebody younger, right? They're gonna want kids. I don't want kids. So I'm like, so it's like one of those like, and plus I've still got healing to do. I'm not there yet, right? But this is what this is like. So much stuff goes through your head, when you're in that state. But anyway, so getting back to where I was, if you are going to be with someone, you know, remember that you don't just be anybody. Okay, you want to be with somebody that you know that you're going to be with for a longer period of time, right? Also, just dishing out your energy like that, the creative energy, it makes it harder for you to be your powerful self, because you're giving your creativity away to anybody and everybody. Okay, now when you harness that, or when you take on celibacy, which obsession just spoke of, right? Celibacy will eventually make you have what we know as a kundalini awakening, because that creative force that you've been harnessing, that you've been, you know, keeping within you, because every time you have a partner and do something, it goes away. But now you're keeping it within you, which celibacy allows you to do. Then eventually that energy is going to rise, and it's going to be a kundalini awakening, which is also you being enlightened, right? So this is what this is. So you have to understand, this is why a lot of light beings or spiritual leaders or spiritual beings, as they take on celibacy for this reason. Okay, Liz, yes, I know, but that is also part of the inversion. Like, we have to have kids, right? We cannot not have kids, because how do you continue a civilization, right? This is what they've been trying to do, is depopulate, sterile the children, and the women and the men, with all this bullshit they pulled the last 3 4 years, right? And the transhumanism movement that they created. that so many fell for, which is collapsed anyways. But all of these different things. But the goal is um, not to stop creating humans, right? Because that's not what we need. We do need to continue this, because see, this is why we are here, because in the future we went extinct because of all the bullshit that was pulled on us. This is why we are here doing what we are doing, and we are, doing things a little bit differently this time. This is the first time in the history of creation that we are actually doing an ascension like this, where we are literally waking beings up on this planet. Do you understand that we have millions of gods waking up on this earth? It has never happened before. Do you get it? Awakening is that. The waking of the Creator Mother in every being that is birthed here to do that. So Creator Source, the Mother, is who you all are. Yes, Mac. That's what it is. Like I said, it's a spiritual connection. It's sacred, but they've inverted it and made it into a dirty thing, a shameful thing. They've turned us into this, demonize the woman, and attack the body parts of both men and women, and like children, and they've just the whole thing is such a mess. But we have to get away from that. We have to go back to the sacredness of it, the spiritual aspect of it, so that you're not destroying yourself, because that's literally what you're doing. When you're with so many people, you're staying in a high vibration, in a low vibrational state, because you're allowing access to your body through that to incubuses and succubuses and all these different kinds of beings. Because you see, this is easy access. Why did they create it like this? That you need more than one partner. Look at what they're doing to the children. Hmm? They're teaching them in schools that it's okay to go and sleep with someone so young, go and get protection, go and get medications to not get pregnant. Why do we need that? You know that when we were younger, that we were taught this is a temple, and that you need to take care of it, right? And that you don't just go and do this with everyone. You have to pick a special person, right? This is how it was. Now they have Tinder, and they have this thing and that thing, and they have dating sites and whatever, and anyone goes, right? Anyone and anything is okay. But that's not how it's supposed to be, right? And you know that generally people are like this. Everyone wants like a commitment. Everyone wants a long-term relationship with someone special, right? Not everyone is looking to just slip around. Yeah, that's not what everyone is looking for, and majority of humanity is like this, that you want the commitment, you want to be with one partner, you want to have a family, because this is who we are. We want families, but they want to break the family. You see, they're breaking up the families. This is what they have been doing for how long, and this is why we are coming here to do this, so that we can actually finally have that connection back, that family unit back, which is the strongest part of us as conscious beings. Brittany, yes, I know, and this is why everything you hear and see, keep collapsing it, because you collapse things that as negative paradigms, dimensions, timelines, and templates. It works. It works. Okay. So when you hear something or see something, just collapse it. Okay, collectively we are making this work. Trust me, and I know this for a fact, that whatever we are doing as light beings, they're pissed. They're really not happy. Okay, they're not happy that we have gained so much traction in such a short time. And we have, guys, we really have. Okay, so keep doing this stuff, keep becoming your most powerful self, and spreading, all the light you're anchoring and stuff. Irish, you welcome, love. I was with my husband for a while because I needed to be. Now I can't because it's too painful. Erica, it's hard. It's hard. When the person who has put you through a really hard time, they're not going to be able to heal you. You cannot heal in the same space that you were traumatized or harmed. Okay, This is why we are separating. This is why beings are separating. Because you can't heal where you were harmed or hurt. It's very, very hard. And maybe, yeah, maybe you can get help, go to a therapist or whatever, and then maybe they can align you back or whatever. But do you understand that both the partners have to be on top of their game to literally be there, 100% support, for each other. And it's not normal. Like, this is not many are able to do that, is what I'm saying. Yes, you can. Yes, you call in the higher self of the person, and you can cut the cords. Yes, but why would you want to cut cords with the twin flame? Because that's what they did with us. So we actually on this earth, when before the inversion happened, we were here with our twin flames. So what they did was they had actually um, wanted to do a hybrid, like they wanted to mix the DNAs and create a hybrid race at that time. So the women, the women were literally forced. So what they did was they told the women that if they did not go and sleep with the archons at the time, the beings who had invaded the earth, they would unalive the husbands, their twin flames, the men. So the women sacrificed themselves and did what they wanted so that their husbands and their men could stay alive. So this is what had happened. No, I know, honey. You know what? I understand, and yeah. So this is also another thing where you have had repeated cycles with these people, and they have created this mess with you over lifetimes. So yes, you can cut cords and ties and contracts, null and void the contracts, so you can free yourself from that, and them as well. If it's a bad situation, you have to do it. Okay, because now what you're allowing is you're allowing yourself to grow into the being that you are supposed to be. Okay, you're not now trapped in that contract and the cords and ties that have tied you guys together. Once you disconnect from that, now you're able to be your most powerful self because you're taking your power back. All right, once you align and you become your true self and they do the same thing, once that happens, you guys can come back together and then be together and not, you know like, drive each other crazy or whatever, right? But it's I don't know how many people who have had that kind of a connection back. Like, I don't know many people who have done that. Right, exactly. So you need to disconnect, and he might not even be your twin. So don't even worry about it, because when they're really really bad, that is the stuff you don't need. Okay, remember, the divine masculine has to align with his divine feminine aspect that was taken out of him to become the being that we need him to be, to fully align with us as our equal, not equal, but as our support and our protector, right? Because that's what he's supposed to be. So what they did with the inversion was this, that they disconnected him from the divine feminine energy that was part of him, because the mother created him as a protector and a maintainer and sustainer of a creation, right? So he was created to help her and support her with her creation. Okay, but what they did was, when they inverted, they changed the DNA so that he would only do things that they were indoctrinated to do. So the goal was for them is that the disconnect between the man and the woman happens, so they have access to the women and the children. So he was brought up through lifetimes, right? They were brought up a certain way where they're told that they had to be tough, they had to be strong, they couldn't emote. That's the part they took out. The divine feminine version, or the aspect of the divine feminine, is emotional, right? We're nurturers, carers, givers, lovers, right? We're the ones who keep everything glued in a family. We keep families together, right? So this is the aspect of him that was removed. So he's brought up with this idea that my women need to be submissive to me. Okay, women need to do what I want them to do. Okay, they need to do this, and this is why a lot of us, even when we're in a toxic relationship, we hang around and stay with them because we feel like we are not, we will make it on our own. That's one big one. But also that we are not worthy, and that we won't find someone else, and they really beat us down. Like, they make us feel like shit. All right, when they're toxic, they really make you feel like you're nothing, you're worthless. So when you're in that state, you feel desperate to stay with them. You feel like, oh my goodness, if I lose this one, will I get another one? Who will take care of me? How will I make it? Will I be able to do this? How do I take care of the children? Will I be able to pay my bills? Like, all kinds of excuses are used, right? To hang around. Look at me, 25 years. I should have left a long time ago, but I didn't. Right? I had children, and I always kept praying and praying and praying. That was my thing. My thing was praying every single day that our marriage would get fixed, that he would change, that we'd have a better relationship and a better connection. Okay, and this was me. Every single day I used to pray, and I was like a devout Hindu. Like, I used to sit in front of my temple 3 times a day. I have deities I used to wash and bathe and feed them 3 times a day. Put them to sleep, like the whole 9 yards. I did it. Okay, until they came and they told me stop. They're like, stop praying, stop praying. This is all demonic. So that's when I stopped. But I have my temple still here. I haven't thrown it because my kids were like, no, mom, we want it to stay here. My ex was not wanting me to get rid of it either. So it's here. And my mom comes, she sits in front of it because she's still in the system, this religion system thing. But this is what it is. We have to understand that all of this is, why we are separating, because of how everything has happened, right? And we need to empower both the men and the women. Yeah, we need to empower, because just like the man, women have also had these are father and mother wounds we have come with, repeated father and mother wounds. So they are toxic women as well. We are both. The thing with women is this: we are fully aligned. We are aligned to both our divine masculine and feminine aspect because we are the creator. So for us, it doesn't take much to align. Okay, it's easier for women to wake up than men, right? Because men have to literally align their divine feminine aspect, and unless they're in the right environment, it's hard to do that. It's really hard to do that. You have to seriously be, put the effort, put the amount of time to go within yourself, do that stuff. And men are not doctrinated to do those things. Men are doctrinated to, go in the gym, and your root is your power. Like, oh, how big is it? How this is? How many women want you? How attractive you are? Like this, all this. This is the kind of stuff. They're not coming from, for them it's about how a woman looks. Okay, before anything else, the attraction is how sexy she is or how beautiful she is. This is the first thing. Yes, women want a good looking man as well, but women will also go for a good heart, right? We'll go for somebody who's kind and compassionate and treats us right. This is how we end up falling in love with someone. It's not just about the looks, right? But for them, it's physical more than the emotional, because that's what they've done to them. They've removed the emotional, and they've just kept the physical. So everything is physical. They're attracted to physical aspects of women. And this is why majority of the relationships go wrong, because after the physical attraction goes away, because the woman, think about it, when you're dating, she's your girlfriend, she's attractive, you're dating, so it's not like you have anything to worry about, right? And maybe you're sharing the bills, whatever you're doing, you're sharing. Maybe the guy is paying whatever, but he's winning you. He's trying to win you over. So he's gonna go the extra mile, and do whatever needs to be done, right? Now this woman, you finally decide, okay, you want to get married to her. You guys decide you want to commit to each other, right? You get married. Now she's become what? Your wife. Okay. So now she's a different woman. She's not the same one, because now what happened? Now you're not being told, you now as a man, you have to know that now you have to be loyal and faithful. Right? When you're a girlfriend, it's different. He could eye some other woman or like comment about some other woman, you might not get offended that bad. Okay? But once you're a wife, right? If he starts complimenting someone else and is looking at women, you're gonna be like, what the F? Right? Stop that. Right? You'll not be okay with that. Erica, did I already do healing for you? I don't remember if I did healings for you already or not. But yeah, just reach out. Guys, I'll do as many healings as you need. Okay? So yeah, just send me a message, we'll do a healing. Remember I told you guys, play my videos around these people on mute. If they don't want to hear it or see it, they don't have to. Just play those videos in your house. Guys, it literally will wake them up. Yes, it'll take a little bit of time because remember, there's a lot of doctrination that needs to be it's like layers have to be ripped off from that. Okay, but repeatedly doing this is gonna bring them where you need them. Okay, it's gonna happen over time. So please do that. Anyway, lost my thought. What was I talking about? Let me see. Who was paying attention? Oh my goodness. I think it was physically attractive. Attracted to women, I think, yeah. Oh, okay, so this is what I'm saying, right, okay. Yes, I have videos on YouTube, yes. And on Facebook as well. But YouTube is easier to share and play the videos. You can play them on Facebook too. So then the woman, right? Now she's become woman, she's your wife. So now what does she do? She's now fully responsible for what's happening in that home. Do you get it? Dating, she didn't have to do anything. Now in the home space, okay? Now she's a wife. So now cooking, cleaning, this, that, blah, blah, right? Starts. She takes on responsibilities that she didn't have as a girlfriend. Okay? Then what happens? You have children. She becomes a mother. Now her responsibilities have increased and her body also shape changed. Right? Because she stretched herself out for these babies. So now this woman, the girlfriend and then the wife, now she's a mother. If you as a man are not working with her changes, and supporting her through these changes, then that relationship is going to go south. Okay? Because she needs you to work with her changing beings. She's more than one person. So, this is the part that man have never understood because of this inversion of a woman. That a woman is always changing. Yes, man changed too, but a woman doesn't have choices. She has to change. Okay? Because we just take on whatever it is we take on, the work, whatever is happening around us, right? We are emotional beings, so we don't just sit there watching. We don't do that. We get into the action of it, right? This is what it is. So, as a man, you have to be there, support the woman through these changes, okay? You have to let her know that no matter what you are becoming, I'm here. The support has gone. A woman becomes a mother, she's so busy with the children or the child, and the man then gets distracted with pornography, technology, video games, this, that, blah, blah. Disconnect happens. You're doing your thing, they're doing their thing, you're too busy with the children, right? As a mother, you're too busy with the children. You don't have time for this other things. There's no time for anything. You don't have time for yourself. Forget about everything else, right? You're trying to make it just through the day without going insane. And then if you have multiple children, can you imagine like how it gets? So this is what it is. So men have to stand. So the boys have to become men, right? They've stayed boys. This broke when the relationships break, families break, is because they have remained boys and they're still with their father and mother wounds. So this is why a lot of women end up being the mother of the husband instead of being the wife. They become the mother of. You're doing things for them, okay, all the time. You have taken on more responsibility because they will not pull their weight. This is what happens. So this is what we have to break away from. This is what why man, when they wake up, they realize that they need to be supporting the creator, because we are the creator, the creator of our races, right? We are the creator of humanity. Without us, there is no creation, right? Without us, there is no way for them to make babies. Imagine all the women left. How would babies happen? There will be no humanity. There will be no man. Everything comes from a woman, a man and a woman, right? Everything comes from a woman. And so this is why I say the creator is a mother, because all of creation is divine feminine energy, and that's how we are here. Anyway, does anybody have a question or anything? I wanted to show you guys this. I was talking about this the other day. Uh, so this is actually my bracelet I was talking about, that the Moldovite grew. I don't know if you guys were here, but whoever was here, I was telling you guys how my Moldovite bracelet, the Moldovite beads grew overnight. So look, so I have 4 beads on this. You can see the 4 beads. They actually look the same size, but they're not. So you see the ones over here, this is the size all the 4 were. Do you see? This size, okay? And then, you see how these ones grew? So all 4 were this size. The next morning I woke up, these 2 had grown in size. I don't know why these weird people like want to come on the life. Dumb. But yeah, do you see? So these 2, these are the smaller, this is the size they were, and these 2 grew overnight. I think I posted a picture on Facebook of it. But the size of these 2 got bigger overnight. So yeah, it's yeah, I have interesting things happen with me. Yeah, it was my energy, is what I was. It came as that my energy grew them, because I get really high vibrational. It was interesting. Somebody told me, they're like, you need to lower your frequency and vibration. I'm like, not happening. Not happening. Because I'm not here to do, I'm here to keep myself high vibe. I have to, especially because of what I do. I cannot get low vibrational. But yeah, this is a bracelet that I made for myself to wear here. Yeah, they grew. This one's grew. I've never experienced this before. This is the first time, but uh, I guess they grow if you have really high frequency and high vibration. And this was like a confirmation from, that I was high frequency, high vibration. So you can see the difference in the size. This is how they were, and they got this big. These two of them got bigger. And they're Moldovite, by the way. I forgot to tell you guys. These are Moldovite beads. I didn't know that they could grow. Somebody, I think Christine was here. I'm not sure if she's still here, but she said that they can grow with energy. Um, this is the first time that I had that happen. I make jewelry. I make wire wrap. I wire wrap jewelry, like stuff like this. See, that's a golden healer with a citrine. So I do wire wrapping. Um, and I was showing them this bracelet that I'm making, a Moldovite bracelet that I'm making for someone that requested it. And anyway, this is a ring I made as well. This is a it's malachite and clear quartz ring that I made. And yeah, on YouTube is, I don't know how you're seeing this or not, but it's like so dark. I don't know what happened with this lighting on YouTube. Is so bad. So yes, I make wire wrap jewelry. So I have this moldavite beads I got. Look at the size of these beads. They're like they're 10 beads. And I'm making a bracelet for somebody who requested me to make a bracelet for her that she wanted. And I have moldavite, raw moldavite that I'm gonna make. I'm gonna wire wrap. Someone else requested me to do a moldavite pendant for them. So I have, see, raw moldavite. I'm gonna be making pendants with this ones. They're different sizes. Maybe do a ring or two too. We'll see. Yeah. So if any of you guys are looking for custom like jewelry that you want to wear all the time, let me know. Yeah, they tend to do different things. I use copper, I use gold, whatever you want. I'll use whatever, or silver wire, whatever you want. I'll use. So it's up to I like to do my stuff with gold mostly. When I make it for me, because I love wearing gold. Okay, so no, so okay, it's gold plated. Okay, um, I don't have real gold wire because it's very expensive. Like right now, gold is so damn expensive. So if I get real gold, if you want it real gold, you'll pay like big money for it. Okay, I mean I can find the gold wire and get it for you just to make your jewelry for you, if you want, but it's very pricey. Like 1 inch of gold, 1 inch of gold will be like $100 or something stupid like that. Okay, and you if you're doing like a pendant or a ring, you're gonna need quite a bit. So, but yeah, so that's yeah. I thought I'd show you guys my interesting bracelet. Oh yeah, and guys, if you're new to me, I want you to scroll down on my TikTok, okay, and go and check out my pictures that have beings in them. I have one, I have two pictures that I've posted. I have other pictures, but I've posted two pictures, and both of them have beings. You can see beings in them in my picture. It's my picture with one has on this side. I think it's on this side. There's a face on this side, and the other one is by my like chest. There's another being by my chest. So yeah, go check that out. Also, guys, this is my detox tea. If you go to my TikTok, it's pinned on my TikTok, my detox and healing tea. If you are trying to heal from something, um, chronic pain, any kind of imbalance, um, dis-ease, CANCER, okay, um, diabetes, all this stuff. This tea will do that. Okay, it heals. So if you're looking to heal from something, and you are interested in getting some of my tea, send me a private message. Okay, I'm only shipping within the US right now. Okay, so if you're in the US and you're looking for it, please send me a message. If you want to make your own, uh, in the in the comment section of that video is all the ingredients that I put in the tea. There is also another 4 or 5 ingredients that I added recently. Okay, so those are not there. But if you make the tea with pretty much the first 5 or 6 ingredients, you will still be able to use it for healing and for detox. All right, so go ahead, if you're able to, if you're not within the US and want to make your own, feel free to go through the ingredients, get whatever ingredients you can, and put a tea together. Trust me, it's gonna work. Okay, so yeah, you can do that as well, right? All right, guys, anything else you guys want me to talk about? Or oh yes, let me talk about, so the inversion. So know that these beings, that the ascended masters of um, the Hinduism or Buddhism, whatever it is, right? These are not the same beings that you guys are like putting energy to. Okay, all of these beings that they come and say, oh yeah, this guy, this god, that god, whatever, right? It's not them. Okay, these are demonic beings. This is not them. Everyone's praying to these beings and they are being harvested. All right, these are not the real beings who walk this earth as ascended masters. It's not them. So please don't. And yes, I know that Hinduism or Sanatan Dharma, okay, and Buddhism teach you how to live your life. Yes, they have good information and wisdom, right? But know that the stuff that comes with it as a faith, okay, because it's not really a religion, but as a faith, not everything is what you see it as. Okay, it's not, and what you hear, just like the distortion of the ancient scriptures, right? And the ancient gods, that also is inverted and distorted. Okay, so please don't think that, oh, because now I am like following Hinduism and Buddhism, or like I'm learning from them and all this. It is all part of the inversion. Okay, it is all part of the inversion. Creator source is a mother. All of creation is divine feminine energy. Please, people are saying, oh, creator is just energy and it's not a male or a female. Please get away from that bullshit. Okay, the truth is that creator source is divine feminine energy, and the truth is not going to change, and it cannot be changed because somebody doesn't believe in it or thinks differently. You can't change that. Okay, when you start waking up and you align to your higher self and you become that creator, then you understand who creator source is. And a man cannot be a creator because a man don't create. Man cannot create. Okay, and yes, they say, oh yeah, we give our sperm. Yeah, you give a sperm, but you don't have a womb. Woman. Okay, you come from the womb of a woman. That's why you hear that, woman, womb, and then the word man, right? Womb. This is why we are who we are. We are creators. You're a man. We're a womb man, woman. Yeah. So just know that all of creation is coming from divine feminine energy. All of it is. And when you come to that understanding, then you know that the entire thing is an inversion. Okay? Because the divine feminine has been attacked, the mother, the creator, has been attacked, and the father was also trapped through the inversion to mistreat the mother and the children. So this is why we have broken families. This is why we have the men treating the women the way they do. This is why they don't value their women and they don't value the children. This is why so many lifetimes of repeated violence in families, okay? Through the man, mostly. Yeah, we have women like that too, but mostly men. This is what this is. So, alright guys, look, it's 16,000, right? I've been on for almost 3 hours. I think maybe 2.5 hours. I should be at 100K, don't you think? Huh? Nobody's tapping. Now one person is tapping, guys. It doesn't cost anything to tap, right? Double tap, double tap. It's like 11:26. I started a little bit early today, thank God. Okay, no, thank me, sorry. Collapse that shit. Oh my goodness, I have to catch myself too. See? Just like you guys. But yes. So everything is distorted. All of the faiths and belief systems have been handed to us so that you are able to do exactly what they want to do. They're businesses, okay? They're all businesses, they're corporations. I know, Spirit. I know I keep you guys so like interested in what I'm talking about that nobody wants to do anything. You're like, no, I'm already in a trance. Oh my goodness. Oh no, that's okay, Adeline. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, it's just algorithm, guys. Know that, I need to reach a bigger audience. You know, everything I share, right? You come here every time I do a live, you come here and you spend this time with me. You know that what I share is important for others to hear, right? It'll help others as well. But this is the only reason. I mean, goal is to reach as many as I can, and I'm not getting there. Okay, I have Facebook, I have YouTube, I have TikTok. I should be out there already exploded, right? So why hasn't that already happened? So who's responsible for that? I can't be responsible for that because I'm not watching me. You guys are watching me, which means 25 of you sharing this with the 50 people that you have in your share button right now would bring me to how many people? Think about it. And majority of the people are online right now. This is literally the time when people come online, later in the night for some reason. I don't know why that is. I have no idea. But like later in the night for us in the U.S. and then of course there's many waking up in the other parts of the world as well. So it's a mixed bag of beings, but still, a lot of people will come on and uh, around this time or like around like 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock, which we're not too far from that. It's about a half hour away from where I am, um, in the east of the U.S. Right. So, but yeah, just the goal is always to help as many as I can, right? And this is why we are here. We are here to service unto others, right? So if we are not doing our part, we're waking up. We are all like, we all want to know that we are on this journey. We're excited about being on this awakening journey. Excited about finding out the truth, and becoming truthers, right? Um, but at the same time we get so busy with our day to day life that we forget to do the part of the service, because that's really why we're here doing this journey, is to service unto others. And this is why I do what I do, because I come here to give the information to you guys so that you are staying on track, so that you're able to do the inner work that you need to do, to align and have that wisdom that you have come with, wake up within you, right? Because that's really truly what we need for this journey, and not anything outside of us. um, so yeah, thank you guys, everyone who just joined. Thank you for joining. Um, so I've been on for a little while already, right? If you guys want me to hang out longer with you guys, then you need to tap the screen and share this out and get more people on here. Okay, so is it? I'm going to say this. Is it Noel L. Leon, or do you have another name? Noel. Oh, it's Noel. Is it Noel? First Noel? Is that what you written first Noel? Mm, Noel. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought it was. I was like I'm like, let me not say anything wrong here. Everybody has interesting names for TikTok. Oh, you'll put it backwards. I see. Okay, I see what you've done. You want to invert it. You're like, let me just invert it back to what it's supposed to be. But yeah, so it's this whole journey, guys, is to connect. Connect with each other, and we call it like-minded people, right? Connect with like-minded people. But the goal is not just that. It's not just to connect with like-minded people. We do connect. When we're like this on a live like this, all our energies are kind of connected, um, and we are actually amplifying our energies when we're in situations like this, right? But we also have to then spread the energy, um, so that those who are starting to wake up and not really there all the way also start aligning, right? Start waking up. So yes, Noel. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you. I am so happy for him and you. Yes, it makes life so much easier, doesn't it? When they're able to just fully express and get it out of themselves. It just helps them know that anytime I need mom's there, right? Anytime I need to let out something, I have that safe space. I have the ability to go to my mother and not be afraid that I'll not be able to say what I need to say or behave a certain way, right? So that is so amazing. I appreciate that. Um, for all of you who are new, and I'll just share with you what she's talking about. Basically, I have been asking everyone who has been coming on my lives to, if you have children, to give them full expression, to allow them full expression of their throat chakra. Okay, because our throat chakra is the one that gets controlled from childhood, and it limits us from being our true authentic self, because you know the older people in our lives, the elders practically decide how we should speak, what we should say, how we should behave. We have to be disciplined, we have to be careful around people, we have to be careful with our words, right? So all of this stuff has been done to us, is why we are doing this shadow work and all this stuff. But the children who have come in, the last few decades, are coming in ready to just be love on this earth, to spread the love, to be love, to set an example for us and others, to spread the love, and teach us, because these are ancient souls that have come on earth to do this. So our job, and our responsibility is that we give them full expression. We allow them the freedom of fully expressing with their throat chakra, and allow them to be their authentic self and not be stifled or limited or stunted in any way, shape, or form, right? Because they're not here to do this doctrination thing. They're not here to be in the systems. They're not here to do what we have done. Okay, they're here to break the cycles, go against the grain. They're here to completely collapse all of the negative stuff. Okay, so unless they're brought up with the freedoms that were not given to us, the expression of speaking and also behaving through their authentic self, okay, um, they're gonna repeat what we have done, and you don't want them to collect trauma. The goal is to not allow your children to collect trauma, because they have not come here to do that journey. They've come here to be love, spread love, teach love, express love. It's just complete high frequency, high vibration. Okay, this is how they are as children, and if you allow them full freedom, they will remain that way into their adulthood. They'll be able to come into adulthood with that confidence, that love for themselves, that expression. Okay, because remember, these are the future. These are the beings who are going to be taking over the earth from us and leading, right? So you have to make sure that your children are not afraid of coming to you with whatever it is they have to come to you with, or afraid of speaking the truth because they're afraid they're going to get punished, or they're going to be yelled at, or they're going to be whatever might get done to them that's negative, right? So this is what this is. So please make sure that no matter what, you're allowing them not to collect trauma. If you are in situations, or your children are in situations, or family, things that are happening in the family that's making them have trauma, or have collected trauma, or have you know uh, situations where they're really having a hard time expressing, and they're afraid to be themselves, you are now going to allow them the freedom. You're going to tell them, look, I want you to say whatever it is. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. If you're swearing, it doesn't matter. Whatever the age, it doesn't matter. Okay? Allow them to come and yell it out, scream it out, cry it out, swear it out, whatever it is that's bothering them, whatever trauma they're sitting with. Tell them, express it. Okay? If you are the one who has caused that trauma for them, tell them, yell at me, scream at me, tell me how it's making you feel, tell mommy how you're feeling, tell mommy whatever you feel, that you want to tell her. I don't care if it's bad. Okay? Because this is what I do with my children. I just had a divorce last year, and my children have to now live in two families, two houses, and they had to completely change their way of life because of us. So I caused that trauma for my child as well as my ex, right? So for me, when my child came, and I was telling my child that, how can mama help you, fix this? How can I make things better for you? What do you want me to do? How can I, make things better? And she looked at me and she said, you are the problem because you caused this. You caused my trauma. Do you see? So for me, it was an eye-opener, because I was like, oh, fuck, it is true. And it is the truth. Because I changed the way their surroundings were. Their foundation was broken. Their stability was taken away. Right? As a family, as children, as two parents being in the same home. Now they are one parent here, one parent over there. Right? So what happens? Your child is confused, lost. She couldn't focus. She couldn't do things the way she used to do before. Okay? She was having such a hard time. And she would be so angry. She hated everything that was happening. She hated her life. She hated, and she would go and she would sit in the bathroom crying. And finally I said, how can mama help you? Can I? And then she told me, she's like, you're the problem. You created this mess. Right? So of course, I know I created the mess. I know this. Right? So I said to her, I got the shadow work book and manifestation book for both my girls. Okay, and they started doing that, but that would trigger her bad as well, because what would happen is she'll read something, and then she'll do that, and then she'll come and we sleep in the same bed, because she's been sleeping with me ever since the divorce, and she would just be so mad and angry. Okay, and she'll be crying, and I was like, one night I just said, you know what I've been teaching you guys to do as shadow work. I told her, look at, I want you to yell at mama. I want you to tell mommy exactly how you're feeling. Okay? I want you to use whatever language you want. I don't care. Okay? Scream at me, yell at me, use bad language. I don't care. Okay? Do it. And she looked at me and she's like, Mom, how can I say these things to you? And I said, I don't care. I'm giving you full freedom to say it all. Just let it out of yourself, right? And she went off on me. She's like, "You're a horrible mother. You're so mean. You ruined my life. My life sucks." Like all this kind of thing. She went off. She was crying. She was yelling at me. She was yelling at her father. She was just letting it out of herself, right? And I was laying there, and I had this, little laugh and smile on my face. Like after 10, 15 minutes of doing this, she turned around and she's looking at me and she's like, "Why are you laughing? Why are you happy?" And I said, "Mama's happy because I know you're finally letting all of it out of you. I'm happy for you." This is what I said to her, right? And she said to me, after like 10 minutes, she's like, "How can you be happy when I'm saying mean things to you?" And I said, "I'm happy because you're finally fully expressing your feelings to me without being afraid of what your mother is going to do to you or say to you, right?" And after like 5-10 minutes, when she had calmed down, she looked at me and she's like, "Mom, it feels so much better." She's like, "I feel so much better." And I said, "Yes, anytime you feel overwhelmed with all these emotions and you feel like everything, you feel trapped or you feel bad, like inside, I just want you to explode. Just let it out. I don't care what kind of language you use. It doesn't make any difference to me. Because for me, my goal is that they don't collect this and bring it into their future relationships. Because see, we have just taught them broken family, right? My husband and I have just taught them to have a broken family, that everybody has a broken family. When their friends had their family fall apart, they were appreciative that their family was not fallen apart, right? But look what happened. Few years later, we are broken, right? This is a problem with our reality. All of us are going through this shit because we are finally breaking away from the old cycles of doing the repeated nonsense to each other as men and women. We are not able to stay in relationships because we are not aligning and we're not supporting. Okay? We are judging and we are blaming. Right? We are questioning. And we're defining each other's worth and value through this all. And when you see somebody not worthy of your love, your attention, right? Then that person feels abandoned. You're abandoned, you're feeling like you're not worthy, okay? You feel like you're alone even though you're in a relationship, in a family situation, you're feeling lonely, right? You feel like you're not good enough and you're blaming yourselves for all this stuff. I look a certain way, I look like this, that's why he's not attracted to me anymore. I got fat, so he thinks I'm ugly, right? He's calling me names. I'm not doing enough in the house. I'm not able to do all the housework and run the errands and go to work, right? And keep things the way he wants them. So I'm lazy, right? But he's not pulling his weight because he's working. I work a job. And because you are only working part-time, right, and you're a stay-home mom, you're not doing anything. You're just wasting time being lazy. This is the kind of shit we have all gone through, right? A lot of this separated families, broken families, this is what the situation is. So this is what this is. So we need to get away from this. So when you wake up and you align, the man wake up and the man aligns to the divine feminine aspect, they realize what their position is, what their responsibility is to the creator that they're with and the children she has created, and how they need to support her through this journey. They're not here to do the pornography and the video games and the technology and to run after women and to see women as an object, as something to play with and throw away, or just see them as a certain way until they change their body shape or whatever. Then is body shaming and this and that and everything under the sun, right? This is majority of the relationships fall apart because of this stuff. So this is where we need to, both the man and the women have to, we as women have to learn our worth and value, learn to love ourselves, right? Because that's been taken away really badly from us. And some men also have to learn that, because that also was taken away from them, because we are all coming from mother and father wounds. So please allow your children full expression. Do not stunt their growth. Homeschool them. If you have little ones and they're still in school, remove them from school and homeschool them. Help them unlearn the bullshit. You are learning, right? Are we not all unlearning? Then don't suck them in that doctrination. Have them be homeschooled so they can unlearn or be free. Okay? Unschool is called. Unschool them. There was no school. What the fuck is school? Think about it. There was no school before. You learned from your elders, right? You learned the crafts from your elders and those around you. And we lived in a village. So the village brought your children up. In our world, we have to bring our children up alone. And it's not easy. Because it's not the way things are designed. We have too much on our plate, especially the women. Too much on our plate. So getting overwhelmed, okay? Feeling like you're trapped, feeling like you're not being able to keep up, right? And then men in your life that are not listening, because that's another thing that men don't do. They don't listen because they feel that we are nagging, but they're not seeing where you're coming from. You are coming from a space of feeling abandonment. You're feeling that you are being neglected and rejected because they're too busy with other things. They're not giving you the time. You see, women don't need intimacy the same way men do. For a woman, intimacy can be just sitting and holding each other, or just hanging out, or cooking with her in the kitchen, or helping her in the kitchen, cleaning the house, helping with the children. This is intimacy for us. We want this kind of stuff. When you see a man, I see, for me, if I see my partner cooking, I love it. I love that part of him, that he's able to go in the kitchen and whip up something, right? But a lot of us, we don't have that. Maybe occasionally, like mine did that, but very occasionally, like very few times in like the 25 years we were together. In the beginning, he did it a lot because he used to love to please me, so he would cook my favorite meals. But he was, again, special occasions or whatever, he would do that, right? And it's not always bad. It starts out pretty good until you get into the place of becoming parents. That's where things really fall apart if you're not careful. But it's this is the stuff. You see, the connection is what we need. The connection should not break after you have committed to each other and you've started living together and you start making a family together. That connection should get stronger, not weaker. But in my case, I didn't have a choice because he was addicted. He was addicted to video games. He would spend like crazy hours. He could literally play a game for 10 hours straight and not move from the couch. It was like that. And the other thing was pornography. really bad addiction. And pornography is something that allows entities and attachments. So once you're infested with this shit, it's very, very hard to get away from it. Okay, and men get sucked into this more easily than women, because women have way too much on their plate. They don't have time for it. You don't have time to sit on your phone for 3 hours in the bathroom, right? Sitting on the toilet, your ass is drying up with the poop on it, and you're busy on your phone. This is how it was. You see? Complete bullshit. But this is how it was. 1 fucking hour in the toilet, who does that? It takes you that long? No, it's a man thing. It's because majority of the men I've heard, and not just my friends. Some of my friends, they'll be like, "Oh, it takes him an hour or like two in the bathroom." I'm like, "How do you sit?" I sit. Okay, I sit on the toilet seat for like 10 minutes, and my leg and everything starts getting numb. Like, how do you sit there for an hour? What the heck? How is it? How is your body not like doing things? Like, okay, you need to get up, like move around. Like with pins and needles. It becomes numb. It goes to sleep. I don't get it. It's so weird. But this is the kind of shit, right? This is the kind of shit you get pulled on as a woman. This is the kind of stuff that men have done to their women and their children. And then you see the children are seeing what the father is. You see, the father is the one determining how the children are going to turn out. Do you get it? It's the father. Because the father, look, the mother's connection with the children is very, very strong. Okay? For the children, if the mother is well, the children are well. This is how it is. If the mother is happy, the children are happy because they're seeing that the mother is happy. Their mother is happy, they're happy because they have a really tight connection with the mother. Okay, now you have a father. The father is the one deciding how the future happens for the children, pretty much. So if the father is mistreating the mother, and if it's a male child, right, the male child is either going to turn into the father in the future, or he's going to resent the father and be totally different, from what the father did to the mother. He's going to be totally opposite. Okay, now if he was mistreated by the father, right, he's going to not have any confidence or any self-esteem. Okay, so he's going to grow up with no respect for himself, low self-esteem, probably get into addictions at some point, right? So this is what happens to male children. For the women, the feminine children, right? If you're a girl, what happens to the girl is the girl watches the father mistreating the mother, okay? And if the father is also mistreating the girl, right? So the mother and the children are being beaten or abused by the father in some way or the other. The girl child is gonna, one, be afraid of man, okay? Two, think that that's normal. So her future relationships will be like that, all right? Or three, she's not gonna want to be with a man. Period. So it's the man who literally, with his actions, creates how the girl child turns out and the boy child turns out. And yes, women have a responsibility, and yes, there are toxic women out there as well, because I have seen that happen, where the mother was abusing the children and the father was too afraid to say anything. So like, opposite of what would typically happen, right? So this has happened too. And if that happens, the girl then will have relationships in the future where either she'll become her mother and mistreat her children, or she's going to be the total opposite of the mother, right? But this is how it is. So just know that it's a huge responsibility when you have a family, because you want the children to turn out right. You don't want this repeating cycles. We are breaking the cycles for that reason, so that we don't have this stuff happen to our children and the future of humanity, right? So please allow your children full expression. If you're with a partner, please, 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 please align. Please work together. Please know that a woman and a man is not equal. We cannot be equal. Women are creators. We are much higher than men. The men need to support us through our journey as a creator being. Okay? It's very, very different. This equal rights is created so that we can keep fighting each other. Women want equal rights to men. No, we cannot be equal to man. We are superior to man. Yeah, well, it is, but the thing is, see, these repeating cycles have happened uh, throughout thousands of years. It's not new. They do this every time. You see, the thing is, yes, multi generational, because this is how we were, right? Extended families, we call them, right? So I know that in my culture, right? What's up with this? In my culture, that's how we actually, even to this day, there are many families in India and even Africa. I grew up in Kenya. I was born in India and I grew up in Kenya. But both the cultures where I grew up, they have this where they're living with their grandparents, the uncles and aunts, the mother and father and the children. You know what I'm saying? Like they live in like a village. This is why I say we need a village to bring up children, to bring up families, to have that connection. And that's what they took away from us with this jobs, 9 to 5, education, work, lifestyle, right? Lifestyle, American dream, right? And they're spreading that bullshit everywhere on this earth. But we need to get away from that. Because the necessities of a human, like I've spoken of this before, necessities of a human are very few. You can count them on one hand. Okay? Food, water, shelter, clothing, right? Literally. And then socialization, which socialization happens anyways. And we need love, and love is what we are trying to get back to. This is what this is. So, all of this nonsense that has happened to us as humans, and the separation of the masculine and the feminine, and the attack on the feminine, the children, and the men, and all of creation, all of this needs to go away with this. So this is why we're waking up. This is why we're doing what we're doing. And yes, the collapse has happened. The collapse has happened, guys. It's just that we are not there yet as humanity. Okay? Because it's a transition. We are transitioning to it. Right? So it's a process, basically. This is why you don't see it already. But it has happened already. It's just a matter of getting there, because we're given this thing called time, right? So this is what this is. So know that we've won the war, but the residue of what has been done, the cleanup, the healing of those who were really badly attacked on this earth, the healing of the children, healing of creation, all the kingdoms, this is what we are doing. This is why we are doing what we're doing. Okay? Alright guys, anyone have any questions or anything? So I'm going to do a healing for you guys. I ask if you can to lay down for it. Okay. If you can't lay down, sit comfortably. Please don't drive or anything like that while I'm doing the healing. Okay. If you're driving, park somewhere. If you're going to do the healing, please share the live out. Let's get more people on here for the healing. Keep tapping. Let's get to 50K, guys. So the healing takes between 10 and 15 minutes. All right. We start with breath work. So you're going to breathe in with your nose, hold to a count of 4, and release with your mouth. Put an intention every time you breathe in to let go of that which does not serve you. And also you can visualize gold love light going in and gray matter leaving. During the healing, guys, flow with whatever you are experiencing or feeling. Okay. Some of you might feel like crying. Some of you might Feel energy flowing through your body. You might feel pulsing of your crown or your third eye. You might see visions. You might go in a trance. You might fall asleep. You might feel cold or hot. If you're someone who gets cold easily, please get a blanket. If you are someone that feels hot, make sure you have like a fan around or something. Um, if you hear me crying, know that it is part of the healing. I heal all of creation when I do healing, so sometimes it'll come through me. Um, During the healing, you do not need to hear me or watch me. I ask you put all your AI devices away from you. And Annalene, that is usually because you have experienced that before, and that's very normal because a lot of us have experienced things in the past lives that sometimes will show up in this life or kind of connect. It's a connection, right? So yes, it is. It is something that happens to especially light beings. Uh, you know, you might have that deja vu moment. So, all right, guys. So when I'm done with the healing, I will let you know that I'm done. Okay. Make sure you know you're in a quiet space. Don't have any distractions during the healing if you can. Children are okay. Animals are with you. They are okay. Please include all of your family members for the healing. Also, include everyone, even those beings that are um, not very nice. Okay. The goal is to bring harmony and balance in relationships and families so that you are all able to get along, right? So this is what the goal is. So please make sure that you include those who are not very nice, because wouldn't it be nice if they were good to you and your family members and you wouldn't have to deal with all the toxic nonsense, right? So please include everyone. If you have questions about the experience of the healing, feel free to ask. If you want to share your experience of the healing after the healing is done, feel free to do that as well. Any of you that have had healings, one-on-one healings with me, I ask that you do testimonies for me, because the testimonies is how people are comfortable to come forward for healings. Okay, sometimes people are cautious because they're not sure, they don't know me, and they might not feel comfortable just coming and opening up to me. So when they see testimonies, it encourages them to come and get healings from me. Just letting you guys know, I do healings for free. I do not charge for any of my healings, guys. So if you're someone who is needing help and need a healing and guidance, please send me a private message. You can send it on Messenger or on TikTok Messenger or Facebook Messenger as well. Okay, so please do that. All right, guys.